Dawn crept across the northern passes, pale as ghostlight, sliding over cliffs carved by ages of wind and war. Fog coiled around their boots, whispering warnings in the cold air, and the mountains held their breath, for a warband stirred in the shadows, watching, waiting, preparing. The heroes tightened their grips, their hearts, their resolve, for on this fourth day, the peaks would echo with steel, fire, and survival.
Fog drifts low where the cold winds race. Warband shadows begin their chase. Cliffside trembles beneath their tread. Wolves leap out with their eyes blood red. Steel meets fury on frozen stone. Five stand firm though they fight alone. The ledge is narrow, the stakes are steep. The goblins are waking from restless sleep. Magic stirs in the frozen air. Hold the high ground, fight with care. Against the warband's roar, let the mountain hear no more of their wicked cries, their broken creed. Stand as one when the wild ones bleed through the fog and the steel and screams. Fight until the sunrise gleams. Hold your ground, make your stand. Break the wrath of the Goblin band. Kaelir's anthem rises, drowning goblin cries. A rallying blaze beneath the storm-gray skies. Boren scorches wolves that leap from shrouded stone. Their snarls fade fast to a battle-tested tone. Sylvara calls the ancient cliffs to rise and stand, a guardian force against the horrors of the land. Claws and iron scatter sparks of night, but the heroes shift as a single light. In the roaring clash and dust, they rise again because they must. Rise against the warband's roar. Let the mountain hear no more of their wicked cries, their broken creed. Stand as one when the wild ones bleed through the fog and the steel and screams. Fight until the sunrise gleams. Hold your ground, make your stand. Break the wrath of the Goblin band. The warband's iron chieftain storms the shattered ledge, a towering brute with fury burning at its edge. Rona meets his strike with axes blazing bright. Trevok drives him back beneath the mountain's light. Kaelir bends the melody, a steel commanding call. And once the leader falters, the goblins start to fall. Above the shattered ridges, The mountains hold their breath as steel and flame collide against the crawling jaws of death, yet heart to heart they stand, unbroken in the storm. For unity is fire, and fire keeps them warm. Rise against the warband's roar. Let the mountain hear no more of their wicked cries, their broken creed. Stand as one when the wild ones bleed. Heroes carve through the trembling land, through the frost and the flame at night. They emerge with the morning light. Stronger hearts, hardened hands, victors of the Goblin Band.
When the echoes faded, only silence remained, a silence shaped by victory and shadowed by the promise of greater trials. The warband had been only a warning, a whisper of a deeper power stirring in the peaks, but the heroes pressed on, their wounds aching, their hearts unbroken, for somewhere beyond the ridges and ruin, the lost princess of Eldhamar waited, and the mountains would yield their secrets only to the brave.